Did you know that? According to data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, up to 41% of people over the age of 60 experience nighttime blood sugar disturbances without even realizing it. What makes this concerning is that it does not happen during the day. As many people might assume, it occurs during sleep itself, silently and gradually over time, leading to diabetes, high blood pressure, and memory decline without any obvious warning signs. Maybe you have tried everything: eating healthy, exercising regularly, going to bed early, and yet your body still feels tired. You wake up in the middle of the night, your memory slowly fades, and each time you return for a checkup, your blood sugar levels keep rising. So the question is, could you be overlooking something very small but incredibly important before going to sleep? In today's video, following the advice of Japan's oldest doctor, we will explore 5 silent habits that disturb your sleep and disrupt your blood sugar, and we will learn how to gently adjust them so your body can begin to recover, night after night. What age are you now? Feel free to share so we can listen to your story. 1. Eating dinner too early for many years. The advice to eat dinner early for easier digestion has become a daily habit for many older adults. After turning 60, many people choose to finish their last meal of the day by 5 or 6 p.m., then completely fast until the next morning. They believe this helps them sleep better and manage their weight more effectively. However, according to Dr. Shigeki Hinohara, a Japanese doctor who continued practicing medicine well past the age of 100, fasting for too long at night can backfire, silently disrupting both blood sugar and sleep quality. After the age of 60, the body can no longer regulate blood sugar as effectively as before, because insulin sensitivity, the hormone responsible for controlling blood sugar, has declined significantly. When you eat dinner too early or skip dinner entirely, the gap between 2 meals can stretch to 12 to 14 hours. During this time, blood sugar may drop too low, triggering a stress response in the body. It releases cortisol to bring blood sugar back to normal. The problem is, cortisol not only makes it harder to sleep deeply, but also raises blood pressure and further decreases insulin sensitivity over time, creating a harmful cycle that often goes unnoticed. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition by Tufts University 2021 found that people over 60 who eat dinner too early or skip dinner altogether have a 27% higher risk of nighttime blood sugar disturbances compared to those who eat a light evening snack. In one case, Dr. Hinohara shared a story about a 71-year-old retired professor who followed a strict early dinner routine and never ate late at night. She often woke up at 2 or 3 a.m. and could not fall back asleep. She felt tired every morning, and lab tests revealed she was entering pre-diabetes. The solution was surprisingly simple. She added a small evening snack, such as 1 tablespoon of walnuts, which provides about 45 milligrams of magnesium, 2 grams of fiber, and omega-3 fatty acids, or half a boiled egg, or 1 spoonful of unsweetened yogurt. After 2 weeks, her sleep improved noticeably, and within 1 month, her fasting blood sugar returned to normal. The reason is that a light evening snack provides just enough energy for the brain and liver to function steadily during sleep. It helps prevent blood sugar crashes and sudden cortisol spikes. In addition, foods rich in tryptophan like eggs, yogurt, or cashews help increase melatonin production, the hormone that regulates sleep. What matters most is not eating less, but eating right and at the right time. After age 60, stability is more important than strictness. A small, nutrient-rich evening meal can be a natural sleep aid that improves both your metabolism and sleep quality without needing medication. 2. Irregular bedtime schedule. If dinner is the first signal to let the body know it is time to relax, then bedtime is the master clock that directs the entire biological system throughout the night. Many older adults believe that as long as they get enough hours of sleep, it does not matter what time they go to bed. One night, they may sleep at 9 p.m., but the next night, they might stay up until 11 p.m. On weekends, some people even stay up late watching TV and try to catch up on sleep during the next day's afternoon nap. This may seem harmless, but it is actually a hidden cause of disrupted metabolism and poor blood sugar control. After the age of 60, the body's internal hormone regulation system becomes less flexible. Your biological rhythm is no longer as easy to reset as it was in youth. When you go to bed at inconsistent times, hormones like melatonin, cortisol, and insulin lose their natural coordination. For example, if you frequently go to bed later than usual, melatonin is released later, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Meanwhile, cortisol, the hormone that increases alertness, may spike early in the morning, leading to a sudden rise in blood sugar. When this happens repeatedly, the pancreas must work harder to control blood sugar, which reduces insulin sensitivity and raises the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. A 2024 study published in JAMA Network, Open, followed more than 3,000 older adults. It found that people with irregular bed and wake times had a 36% higher risk of developing diabetes compared to those who maintained a consistent sleep schedule, even when the total weekly sleep time was the same. One real-life example shared by Dr. Hinohara was about a 67-year-old retired engineer. On days when he had a medical appointment, he went to bed early around 9 p.m., but on weekends, he stayed up close to midnight to watch his favorite TV shows. Although he still slept for 7 hours each night, he often woke up feeling tired, craved sweets in the morning, and occasionally experienced mild low blood pressure. When he began following a fixed bedtime of 9:30 p.m. every night, including Saturdays and Sundays, his symptoms improved noticeably within just 3 weeks. Sleep is not only a time for the body to rest, it is also when the entire hormone and metabolic system is reset. When sleep schedules are disrupted, the biological orchestra inside the body plays out of tune, and the result is not just insomnia, it directly affects blood sugar, blood pressure, and appetite. So the advice for those over 60 is simple. Choose a consistent bedtime, for example, 9:30 p.m., and stick to that schedule every night. Before bed, create a gentle routine, such as dimming the lights, listening to calming music, or reading a physical book in soft lighting. Your body loves consistency, and that consistency can help you sleep more deeply, regulate your blood sugar better, and feel more energized throughout the day. 3. Avoiding water at night. There is one habit that many people over the age of 60 tend to follow each evening. They avoid drinking water after 7 p.m. to prevent waking up at night to use the bathroom. While this may seem reasonable, it silently affects blood circulation, liver and kidney function, and especially the body's ability to regulate blood sugar. According to Dr. Shigeki Hinohara, going to bed in a mildly dehydrated state is one of the hidden factors that increases the risk of insulin resistance and sleep disturbances in older adults. After a full day of activity, organs such as the liver, kidneys, pancreas, and nervous system require a minimum amount of water to perform their cleanup and recovery functions. However, if you avoid drinking water completely in the evening, your blood becomes thicker and flows more slowly. This makes it harder for oxygen and nutrients to reach the cells. Most importantly, Insulin, the hormone that helps regulate blood sugar, needs a stable blood plasma environment to work efficiently. When the body lacks water, the transport of insulin and glucose to the cells slows down, leading to a mild but prolonged rise in blood sugar throughout the night. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2020 showed that even mild dehydration can reduce insulin sensitivity by up to 14% in people over 60, even when their diet is well controlled. In addition, dehydration causes the body to produce more vasopressin, a hormone that helps retain water, but vasopressin is also linked to increased sugar production in the liver. This can raise nighttime blood sugar levels without the person even knowing it. Dr. Hinohara once treated a 72-year-old man who followed a very healthy diet and rarely consumed refined sugar, yet his fasting blood sugar results were consistently high. After further discussion, he admitted that he avoided drinking water in the evening because he didn't want to wake up during the night. Dr. Hinohara advised him to drink 1 cup of warm chamomile tea, about 120 milliliters, 1 hour before bedtime. It was just enough to avoid nighttime urination while helping him relax. After 2 weeks, his fasting blood sugar began to steadily improve. Chamomile tea not only helps rehydrate the body, but also contains apigenin, a compound that gently calms the nervous system and supports deeper sleep. So instead of completely avoiding water after dinner, older adults should aim to stay hydrated throughout the day and include a small amount of liquid 60 to 90 minutes before going to bed. This could be warm water, cooled boiled water, or mild herbal teas like ginger tea, chamomile tea, or lotus tea. These drinks not only support circulation and natural detoxification, but also help maintain stable blood sugar levels throughout the night. 4. Exposure to blue light when you sit in front of a TV, smartphone, or tablet screen in the evening. You might think you are simply relaxing, but according to Dr. Shigeki Hinohara, the blue light emitted by these seemingly harmless devices is quietly disrupting the hormone system that helps regulate blood sugar in older adults. After the age of 60, the body's hormone system becomes much more sensitive. One of the most important hormones at night is melatonin, a natural compound that helps the body shift from alertness to deep rest. When blue light enters the eyes, especially within 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, it suppresses the pineal gland in the brain from producing melatonin. As a result, it becomes harder to fall asleep, sleep becomes lighter, and you may wake up more often during the night. But melatonin does more than help with sleep. It also plays a role in blood sugar regulation because it interacts with insulin and affects how sensitive cells are to glucose. A study by Harvard Medical School in 2019 found that even just 1 night of exposure to blue light before bed significantly reduced insulin sensitivity the next morning in people over 60, even when the total amount of sleep remained the same. This means that a simple habit, such as using your phone in bed, can make it harder for your body to process sugar the next day. Dr. Hinohara once treated a 69-year-old woman with prediabetes. She followed a careful diet and took morning walks regularly. However, she had trouble sleeping deeply and often woke up feeling tired after looking into her habits. He discovered that every night she spent 45 minutes on her phone before bed, reading the news and looking at photos of her grandchildren. When he advised her to turn off all screens by 9 p.m., switch to reading a paper book, and use soft yellow lighting instead, her sleep improved noticeably in just 10 days. Her fasting blood sugar also dropped by nearly 10 points. The issue is that blue light not only makes it harder to fall asleep, but also confuses the body's natural signals. It disrupts hormone timing, which interferes with recovery and blood sugar control. What is important to understand is that even people who get enough sleep can still be affected if they are exposed to blue light at night. The solution is simple. Turn off all screen devices at least 1 hour before bedtime. Instead, read a gentle book, listen to soft music, or have a quiet conversation with a loved one. If you need lighting, use warm yellow lights rather than bright white or strong LED lights. Some older adults also find it helpful to wear blue light filtering glasses or activate the night mode feature on their devices starting at 7 p.m. Never underestimate the role of light before sleep. Your eyes are the gateway to the brain, and when you change the light, you are also changing the messages your body receives. When the signals are correct, your body knows when to rest, when to repair, and when to stabilize blood sugar. 5. Going to bed with a tense mind. Have you ever laid down in bed, turned off the lights, did nothing at all, yet your mind just would not settle? Thoughts about an upcoming family gathering, concerns about your children, or simply a lingering sense of emptiness keep repeating in your head, making it impossible to fall asleep. According to Dr. Shigeki Hinohara, a mentally tense state before sleep, even if very mild, can silently and gradually raise blood sugar levels. Mental stress is not always about anger or fear. It can come from small but persistent thoughts, an unfinished task, an unanswered message, or a piece of negative news you just read. These signals are picked up by the central nervous system and treated as a form of danger. As a result, the body releases cortisol, the stress hormone, to prepare for a survival response. At the same time, cortisol raises blood sugar by signaling the liver to produce glucose, giving the body energy to handle the situation. If this happens night after night, the body does not get enough time to restore insulin levels or regulate blood sugar properly. This can lead to prediabetes or unstable glucose control, often without the person even realizing it. A study published by the National Institute on Aging in 2022 found that older adults who often fell asleep feeling anxious had a 38% higher chance of experiencing nighttime blood sugar disturbances compared to those with a calm mind at bedtime, even when their diets were healthy. In practice, Dr. Hinohara shared the case of a 70-year-old retired elementary school teacher. She lived a nearly perfect lifestyle, eating light vegetarian meals, avoiding sugar, practicing yoga, and sleeping 7 hours a night. Still, her blood sugar levels were steadily increasing month by month. After a deeper conversation, he discovered that she had a habit of watching stressful news and checking emails in bed each night. When she was advised to replace these habits with 15 minutes of journaling, gentle muscle stretching, and soft instrumental music before bed, she began sleeping more deeply. Within just 1 month, her morning blood sugar dropped by over 20 points. Without needing any medication, your mind is the conductor of your entire nervous and hormonal system. When it is not calmed before sleep, the sympathetic nervous system stays active, keeping your body in a fight or flight state, even as you lie still in bed. This not only makes it harder to sleep, but also quietly harms the pancreas and metabolism. The solution is not sleeping pills. It lies in creating a simple relaxation ritual each night. Choose a quiet corner, dim the lights, and gently stretch your shoulders, neck, and back for 5 minutes. Then write down 3 things you feel grateful for that day. It could be a delicious meal, a warm phone call from your grandchildren, or simply a cool afternoon breeze. These small things send signals of safety and peace to your brain, helping the body produce melatonin and regulate cortisol properly. Remember, when your mind is soothed, your sleep becomes deeper and your metabolism recovers better. No one is ever too old to learn how to care for their body each night, starting with the way you think. You may have heard a lot about diet, exercise, or managing blood sugar with medication, but today, perhaps for the first time, you are taking a closer look at those quiet moments before bedtime and realizing that your body is listening to everything you do during that time. From eating dinner too early, irregular sleep schedules, dehydration, screen light exposure, to racing thoughts, all of these quietly contribute to the body's imbalance. After the age of 60, your body does not need anything complicated. It simply needs stability, gentleness, and a little timely care. You do not need to change everything in one day. You just need to start with one small change tonight. Maybe that means turning off your phone a little earlier, or sipping a small glass of warm water before getting into bed, or simply taking a deep breath and smiling before closing your eyes. These small actions are loving messages to your body, letting it rest, recover, and heal through the night. A good night's sleep is a reward. It is not random. It begins with how you treat yourself every evening, and if you stay consistent, you will see real results, deeper sleep, clearer mornings, and more stable health numbers without relying on medication. If you found this content helpful, please subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next videos. We will continue to share simple foods, exercises, and daily habits that help you live healthier and happier in your golden years. Which of the 5 habits are you working on tonight? Feel free to share your story in the comments. Even the smallest story can inspire someone else who is also learning how to take better care of themselves, just like you.